Watts here, founder of Fortune 800. I'm here with a client. His name is Randy. He went from having about a 650 credit score to having a 750 credit score within 3 months. And he wants to tell you a little bit about his experience working with us and how the process works. So what's going on, Randy?
Hey, what's up, Vernell? How are you, man?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited to let these people know what kind of results that you got working with us so they can make that step, work with us, and get the same result that you did. What was your main problem that you were having with your credit before you got started with us?
Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Randy Solomon, local real estate agent here in Bakersfield, California. Known Vernell for about a year now. This guy's always working. It's 7 o'clock on a Friday night, and he's still working, so I appreciate that. Just a little bit about me. I had some things on my credit that were just like, I was always pretty much on time on my payments, but some things that in the end, it didn't close out properly, and it showed that I didn't make the payment because I actually owed one last payment, and it was in collections essentially, right? I zeroed out the payment. I had a car back in my younger days, and I was 23, that was charged off. I settled the debt, and I could never get it off. So I had some hard things that were on my credit that went to collections, and and never was able to get them off. I used every kind of resource and tool possible, including Experian, the dispute tool that they have. I tried to, send some things out, and so I just had some things that I paid off, settled, but it was in collections, and they were pretty hefty things, and it was kind of hurting my credit, so I wanted to get that squared away because I'm in the pursuit of buying my first house, inshallah, in God's will, in January, so I want to kind of have top tier credit. So and just a little bit more, I guess I met Vernell through a mentorship program that we're both in. We're both in the same training program by this guy named Brian Casella. You might know him, you might not know. He's pretty big in Southern California for training. All types of people for real estate or small businesses, or just kind of changing your mindset. So I came upon him, and he was doing the service that I look for, and it was a good match. So, yeah.
And what kind of results did you get? I know I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but what kind of
so Vernell kind of gave me the breakdown when I met with Vernell. It was kind of cool because he obviously, had all the resources to get a full overview of my credit, all the things on my credit, kind of an overview of my financial, kind of my finances, I guess, in a way. So, what was your question? You said the results?
Yeah, what kind of results did you get working with us?
Yeah. So he told me exactly how long it will take, And then within 2 months, he told me the strategy that he had, the overview. And then within 2 months, all that stuff was removed. So I was very surprised. He called me with the exciting news. I did look at it myself, on Experian, as well as the credit IQ that he recommends us to use. And it was removed. All the stuff that was charged off at a $0 settlement was removed. So I really appreciate that, man. So no hype, but I obviously, I deal as a real estate agent. I deal with a lot of people that are still trying to fix their credit. And, the cool thing is he told me the timeline that it was going to happen, and it happened within that timeline, which is very important, right? Because now for me, it's coming around January. I want to get my 2 years of tax returns, buy a house in God's will, So within 2 months, all the stuff that I attempt to do, so myself, being a real estate agent, it wasn't removed. And at the 2-month mark, it was removed. All this stuff no longer is there. I have no bad accounts that were in collections or shown. So that's awesome. Thank you, man. I had about 3 accounts, right?
Yeah, 3 of them.
So awesome, man. Yeah.
So what did you like most about working with us?
Well, you obviously you got an overview of my financial situation, my financial goal. I told you in the beginning that I want to be able to, purchase a house, have a great credit score. And you asked me what my overall objective of why and what I want to remove and exactly what done. So I like that you kind of gave me a timeline of a forecast of exactly, when this should happen, and what exactly you're going to go ahead and do in the various steps of how long, I'd be retained as a customer or a client, So, and then also on top of that, you had a lot of transparency, not only just through your communication, but as well through the resources that you had in place, through the various things that I can track it, as well as you show updates in exactly what you're doing, as exactly, what the credit bureau it was sent to the credit bureau. So not only from you show what you're doing, but we have a kind of a platform that's kind of connecting us.
Right.
Through the credit bureaus, and I know exactly what's being done on my stuff. So I kind of like that. And it was very comprehensive. It wasn't just like minute. It was every single account. You know what I mean? You checked off, okay, good account standing. This account, you're going to go ahead and kind of improvise on my behalf, and you know exactly what to do. You know what I mean? Your experience. So it's like I didn't have to really tell you too much. You knew exactly how to make someone's credit kind of jump up and look clean, and you know what I mean, not have stuff lingering from the past. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah.
And for someone who's on the fence about working with us, what would you say to them, or why would you recommend them working with us as opposed to any other company?
Well, you know, I know you personally, and I'm pretty sure everyone in your company is great as well too. I saw, you know, some Missy Evs, some other people that you work with. But I think that you took a lot of, you know, time into your passion, your craft. You know, I know you've been doing it for 3 years, and you're a young man, you're working at this time of night. So I think that you generally care, and you know what I mean, you're going to give them a solid answer and a solution in a projected time cast. You mean? So it's not like someone's going to sign up for something and they don't know what's going on. You have all the resources to connect us. You mean of exactly the work you're doing, the timeline it should take, right? As well as you're communicating with us on a daily basis. You know what I mean? To get it. So I just think that your passion for it, you know what I mean, and just your professionalism as well as your concrete detail of what you're doing is great. You know what I mean? So I definitely need to use that for a lot of my clients. You know what I mean? They're you know, stupid things they do, unfortunately, and it messes up their credit, right? So if you know, I mean, I recommended you a couple of my clients just because based on your expertise. So I just think your passion for it, man, it stuck acute me. You know what I mean? So not everyone is really gonna try to learn so much about it, and you even wrote a book, right? So
Yeah, two of them.
on it, yeah. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, one of your clients that you referred to us, Eduardo, he just hit 700 on one of his credit scores. So he'll
That's
be
my
ready to
partner,
buy. He'll be ready to buy soon. And
yeah, and I
what
didn't
other?
know you. I didn't know you. I knew you, but I didn't like. You know what I mean? I wasn't like communicating with you all the time. But when he said who fixes credit, you're the first came to my mind, just because I see you're actively. You know what I mean? You're always teaching us something, and you know so much about it. So, which is good. You know. So. Yeah.
What other benefits do you think that would you like to mention that you found working with me?
Well, you're a young, successful person. You know what I mean? And you know, you obviously, other than just getting things removed off your credit, you know how money works in the eyes of credit bureaus, right? In the eyes of lenders, in the eyes of, you know, consumers, or, you know, credit card companies, right? So you really know how to take someone to the next tier. Like my next outlet is to get my credit, and you said it should be done to like 780, 790, right? So not a lot of people can go ahead and manufacture those results, you know, of allowing me to have credit at the brinks of my hands, you know, of a lot of money, you know, $20,000, $50,000. So I think that your expertise and your knowledge of little things that a lot of people do not know, even if they are in the kind of the credit, you know, rebuilding someone's credit, they wouldn't know as much as you do. So, you know, some of the stuff you guys, if you watch his videos, it's phenomenal. You know what I mean? So he knows kind of exactly everything that hurts your credit as well as will benefit your credit, and how credit companies kind of monitor it, and how to, like, you know, avoid being, you know, victims of the way they may really hurt your credit, or, you know what I mean, obviously successors if they benefit your credit. If that makes sense.
Right.
So, you know, so you took it to the next level, man. You're really passionate about it, so that's awesome. You know.
For sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. And
Yeah, of course.
what surprised you? Not what surprised you. What made you the happiest, or as far as the results in working with us? Did you have any surprises, anything like that? Surprised how fast it got done?
You know, man, you were pretty straightforward. Surprised, man. Yeah, you got it removed. I tried to do that myself for 2 months. You know what I mean? So, you the one who called me, right, and told me it was removed. I didn't have to call you. You know what I mean? So, it's not like that I was actively on you. You were the one you said, hey, Brandon, we got it removed, and you were excited just as much as me, because obviously it's a success for both of us. Any surprises? No, man. You kind of laid out the groundwork. You knew exactly what you were doing. I was kind of pessimistic at first, like, when is this going to happen? You know what I mean? But I knew in the end that you pulled through, man. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you were getting a little impatient.
I was getting a little patient. I was just like, you know, I didn't know what the heck was going on. I mean, these credit bureaus you have a lot of patience, obviously. I mean, so yeah, maybe I was patient, man. I wasn't knowing what was going on, you know, so I tried myself. So,
Right, for sure.
Yeah. So.
Any last words for the people, anybody who's thinking about getting started with us?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm a real estate agent, so I deal with people that have all types of different various credits. You know what I mean? And some of the decisions they make, unfortunately, are just like unsound, not right judgment, and it impairs them from being able to purchase a house. When you're buying a house or you're getting a car, having that top tier credit, it makes thousands of dollars of differences, right? So in my eyes, a lot of people think that, oh, their credit's not gonna be able to get fixed. Oh, it's gonna take 6 months. Oh, they have to go ahead and pay everything off, and they kind of just think it's a lost cause, and they stay cyclical. And a lot of people aren't able to buy a house. They really have no strategy or no goal. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
I tell my clients, I was like, listen, if you're serious about buying a house, and you need to kind of listen to me, and we're gonna go ahead and get your credit fixed, right? And we're gonna go ahead and get you there within a certain amount of time. So I recommended one person. I'm gonna be working with him in January to get him qualified. You know what I mean? That guy's my barber, so in Austin he's making good money, but he had a low credit. I mean, we don't have to
Yeah, and he should qualify now.
yeah, we don't have to go too much into his detail. You know what I mean? But yeah, so he's gonna be qualified in God's will. So, but you know what I mean? So people just need to realize that it's concrete like everything else. There's a strategy to everything else, and once they kind of see it transparent to the services you provide, it becomes realistic. They no longer fear it, because I
Right.
know a lot of people don't even like looking at their own bank accounts, because they're like, charged off. It has some kind of guilt. So when you remove that and you make us knowledgeable of exactly how you can go ahead and do it, and it happens, So that's awesome, man. And not a lot of people are really in that industry. So unless it's like kind of some online company. So working with you and having your number, your cell phone number dialed in, it's beneficial. And I like that for my clients as well, that kind of good customer service, as well as, they trust you as well too. So
Yeah, for sure. Thank
yeah.
you, Randy. I appreciate it, man.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome, man. Enjoy. You're young. Keep going, man. Yeah. Honestly, though, you guys fixing your credit is very important. You know what I mean? So it's a very serious thing, and a lot of us overpass it. You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit older now, but in my younger years, I kept my credit good, but I didn't realize the essence of keeping it clean. So, you know what I mean? You guys gotta really, just lay over. It's the fees and the services are minuscule compared to the benefits that it's going to provide you in the long run. So thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
Yep, I appreciate you being here. Now, if anybody who's watching this and does want to get started, does want to book a free consultation so we can go over their situation, either the link is going to be down below or in my bio on Instagram, and you can book a free consultation. You start getting on track, just like Randy did.
Hey, you guys look me up, man. I'm selling a lot of houses. I'm successful. I'm not just some nobody. So like, I know what I'm doing, and I trust this guy. So obviously, you know what I mean? Like, you guys see a video between us two, but it's the best thing that you're going to do for yourself, and it's going to make you go to your next goal in life. You know what I mean? Whether it's saving for a wedding, saving to buy a house. So really trust Vernell. Go to the link below. Check it out, man, and just talk to him, and he'll really help you. So thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you, bro. Enjoy your Friday, man.
You too.
All right, take care, brother. Bye-bye.